Hey Queens, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about how to forgive yourself after making bad choices, bad decisions, meaning like choices that affect you, like your real life. Like maybe you had kids with somebody who just toxic, maybe they cuckoo. Your finances have been affected, or maybe they gave you a gift that kept on giving, if you know what I mean. These are real things that affect people. It's not just TV, it's not a Lifetime movie, it's real stuff. And y'all have been through some of these things, a lot of these things, so I'm going to talk about it. So we got a crown. Queen, get your crown. Put it on, because you are a queen and you are beautiful and lovely despite the choices that you have made, and there's a future and a hope for you. So get your crown, put it on, and let's talk about it. Okay, y'all, I don't have no notes, nothing. I'm just going to talk from my heart, from experience. How to forgive yourself. Because this was definitely a journey. It's a everyday journey. And the first step to forgiving yourself for bad choices that you've made is to acknowledge those choices. I mean, really acknowledge it, not be like, man, well, they hurt me. Well, man, if I would have met this person, man, I wish this didn't happen to me. Not acknowledging it like in the victim state. Because I think it's easy to get caught up in the fact that people hurt us and then get stuck in the, man, they hurt me, they affected my life, I'm stuck here, there's nothing I can do about it. And you may feel like that. Your feelings are real. But let me tell you, sweetheart, that's not the truth. So once you acknowledge, like, yeah, this happened to me, they did this stuff to me, but what is it that I missed out on? So acknowledging your part in it. I know it's hard. I know it's like, ouch, wait a minute. Those are the fighting words, Krystle. Oh, well, no, let me put up some hands now. It wasn't my fault. See. I know, Queen, okay? But unless you get to that first point, change will not happen. I've been there. So acknowledge your part in it. And if I look back at both of my toxic marriages, what did I miss? There was red flags, fireworks going off, bonfires. And I was like, okay, you want to roast some marshmallows with those fires, huh? I should have been running, Queen. But it's like when you don't know better. I didn't know better. And maybe you did know better, maybe you didn't. But regardless, you have to acknowledge it so that you can move on. And so some of the red flags I seen were just their personality and character flaws. My first husband, he was very critical. We had just everything. Oh, that's the way you dress. That's the way you talk. You too sarcastic. You do this. You do that. And instead of being like turned off, I was just like, that's interesting. I was curious. So that was one of them. Just very critical. Very just, and in other words, it's really controlling. And that's a tactic that toxic men use to break down women, especially women they think that won't want them or that they think are too good for them. Not that anyone's better than anyone, but people think this way. And so he used that tactic to break me down slowly over time until I started, questioning my own self and not thinking so much about myself, so that I did accept what he gave me and accept him, even though I originally didn't even want to be with him. And then he turned out to be extremely mentally, emotionally, physically abusive, and I had to, leave that relationship. Was actually forced to leave that relationship due him trying to crash our car on my side into a brick wall. Crazy. But just looking back at it, like, I spent so much time beating myself up. Why did you accept that? Why were you with him? You didn't even like him. Why did you do that? So many times just beating myself up, and that's not the kind of acknowledgement I'm talking about. But like, man, I remember when he said this. Or I remember in the beginning when he made an argument between my mom and him. Me and my mom, we're close. Not close, but like, she loved me, I love her. We spend time together and stuff. And he, had said that, my mom had cursed him out. And instead of stopping to step back and think about the situation, and investigate, ask questions. I just want full attack mode on my mom. Why you do that? And you know, I ended up not talking to her for 4 years. Mistake number 2, because toxic people, abusive people, they like to isolate you from people who love you, who will protect you. And so that happened for 4 years. We wound up having 2 children together in that marriage. Horrible. Thank God I survived. Attempts in my life about 3 times. One with a knife, one with a, and then him trying to drive our car, me, into a wall. So, y'all, that's a lot to heal from, just that alone. But not looking back at it to reflect and say, okay, what was it in the beginning that I could have seen and ran away from? Why, instead of running away, did I go towards it? So just taking time to reflect on that and ask myself that, to go back. Sometimes you got to go back to the past. Why did I see this kind of stuff growing up? Was I used to toxic relationships and toxic people because of my family members? And this is one reason why I got this Love Yourself First. The workbook is totally centered on healing, helping women heal from toxic relationships, create healthy relationships, and become a confident woman. Because after being, it's on Amazon, the whole 3-part series, after going through that, like, you need some healing, and so that book just walks you through healing, starting from your childhood, starting from the relationship you've been in, going back, learning how to love yourself and to heal those parts of you that need to be healed. So number 1, acknowledge this. Don't beat yourself up. Don't be victim. You may have been a victim, but let's be victorious, okay, Queen? That's what we do here. We turn the victimhood to victoriousness, to gloriousness, because that's who you were created to be, okay? Okay, so number 1, that's allowed them to breathe. So acknowledge it. Number 2 really is to forgive yourself. Because how hard is that? To be like, girl, you did me wrong. But you're looking at your own self in the mirror. Like, girl, that was stupid. But you're talking to yourself. How do you live with an enemy that you can't escape from? How do you live with an enemy that you can't escape from, because that enemy is you? So when you don't forgive yourself, it's like you become your own enemy. You don't trust yourself. You don't love yourself. And so whatever comes with that. So you don't maybe take care of yourself as much. You're not maybe as ambitious, and you don't maybe even have friends as much or relationships, because you don't trust your own judgment. So you have to forgive yourself. You have to realize that we all make mistakes. Every single one of us make mistakes. From the youngest to the oldest, and forgive the noise in the background, I have 7 children. So you're going to hear some noise, but we don't get this wisdom up in here too, okay? So just realizing that you're a human, you make mistakes. And that, maybe you knew better, maybe you didn't. But beating yourself up over that, listen here, not forgiving yourself will not change a thing. Do you understand? Not forgiving yourself will keep you trapped in that same cycle to where you can't move forward, because you're always thinking about it. And everything you do is based upon based upon that pain, based upon that trauma. Nah, we ain't gonna do that no more, sis. We gonna forgive ourselves. How do you forgive yourself? You look yourself in the eye. I forgive me. I forgive you. And you talking to yourself. I forgive you for everything you've done to me. You say that to yourself. You repeat after me. I forgive you for every bad choice that you made. Whether you knew better or not. I love you, girl. We're in this together. I got you. Where others have failed you, I'm not going to fail you no more. How do I know? Because I'm going to get new knowledge. This is new knowledge, so go ahead and give yourself a hand clap. I'm going to get that new knowledge. I'm going to learn to love myself. So when someone starts disrespecting me and mistreating me, I'm going to walk away, because I deserve better. Put your hand on your heart. Say, I deserve better. We deserve better. I can do this, and I forgive me 100% and completely. And I will not hold it against me anymore. Okay, Queen, you did it. You did it, Queen. Do that as many times as you need to do. Watch this video 2 more times. and do it again 2 more times, okay? So we addressed, my kids just throw me off when they're walking down the stairs. We accepting responsibility, forgiving yourself. And I would say giving yourself something to work on. Because when you're in like these toxic places, whether your finances in shambles, you have kids, whatever you need to work on, whether it's being the best mom. Not yet, honey. What? Yeah, go ahead and do that. Whether it's getting your body healthy, getting your mind state healthy, being the best mother you can, getting your finances straight. You need to do that. So set a goal for yourself. My little baby's making a bunch of noise. You guys, come on, I'm on the thing. Just hold on, give me like a couple more minutes. No, don't give her my... David, can you help with the girls? Please go sit them over there. Okay, so, my kids be throwing me off. They know they ain't supposed to be over here, but they be like, mama. The more they see one, it's like, mama, 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 mama. So I might make a part 2 of this so that you don't have to get all the interruptions. Get your mama. Oh, you gonna let me finish. I'll make a part 2 of this. So the 3 things for this one is accepting responsibility, forgiving yourself, and find something to work on. So I'll continue that part 3 in the next video. But I love you, queens. And we sang at the end of this video. After the video, love yourself. Love yourself again. Love yourself again. Love yourself again. Hold on, sweetheart. I'm coming. Girl, you played the fool. Girl, I played it too. Love yourself again. Till next time, queens. I'll see you in part 2 of this video, okay? Because we coming back strong and hard. Okay. Get the series if you haven't get it. Check it on Amazon. It's going to be in the description, okay?